Morning, y'all. Welcome back to the shop. Today, GenX-J is going to get some new transmission lines for the mine are both weeping. Happens when lines get old. They're not dripping on the ground, but both of the rubber parts, the rubber part of the lines are all wet, which means it won't be long before they go. So the transmission lines on these Cherokees, you've got the metal lines that come out of the radiator, and at the end of that metal line there's a quick disconnect at the end, at the rubber end of the hose, and then the part from the hose back is all one piece. You got the rubber hose, and then it goes on. I should have opened this ahead of time. So that the lines have the rubber hose with the quick disconnect that goes at the radiator end, and then this other end goes in the side of the transmission. It's a quick disconnect as well, but this is one piece, so these are the parts that we're going to replace. The metal lines in the radiator are fine, so we want to replace these, and we're also going to, at the same time, these fittings that are in the transmission that have the quick disconnect, you can see on them, if I get it out of the package here without destroying everything in the shop. You can see that it's got this plastic piece, that's the quick disconnect. That ends up on the line, and then there's O-rings down inside there that go on to this end of the line. So when you want to pull this out of the transmission, this will be in here, this will be on there, like that. You have to squeeze these ends down, and then you can pull it out of this fitting. And these fittings are reusable to a certain extent, but inside this fitting there's O-ring seals, and over time they get dry rotted just like the hoses do. So it's a good idea, if you're going to replace these, or if your leak is at this fitting, you can get a replacement. It is Dorman number 800-714. Is the fitting you want. You can get them. I bought all this stuff from Rock Auto. Not a sponsor of the program, but a good place to get replacement parts. So what I'm going to do, first of all, come with me and I will show you kind of what the plan is for this. So you can see right here that this line is wet, and also over here that this line is all wet and leaking. So that's what we're going to be replacing, is those rubber parts. But like I said, there's one piece with this metal line all the way back. So what my plan is I'm going to take all of these clamps loose that are holding the lines, and take them loose from the transmission at the quick disconnects and let them lay in a pan for a little while to drain all of the oil out of the transmission cooler. And then we'll come up here one at a time, disconnect them and replace them, and then put everything back together. So let me get set up for that, and we'll be back. Okay, once you've got your clamps off, there's 3 of them. There's one on the driver's side front of the oil pan that holds one line, and then there's 2 on the passenger side of the setup. One right there would be right there. I've already taken them off, but that's the tab where it goes. And then back here at the bell housing, there's another one that would be right here. So you take those clamps off, then the lines are loose. You see, you can move them around. And then we're going to come back here, and you've got the two lines that go into those fittings on the side of the transmission. Now, to get these lines out, what you do is you reach up in here and you squeeze these plastic tabs together, and then you can just pull the line out. So I've got to move my light to do that, because I've got to get them around this exhaust pipe and down so they'll be in the drain pan. Because what I want to do is try to let the oil drain out of the radiator cooler. That way, when I take the rubber lines loose at the front, we won't have a big mess up there. So let me reset, and we'll be right back. Okay, so we've got the lines out and draining, and just like I said, you just pinch those together and pull them out. You'll have a little bit of oil drip from these fittings up here. Just stick your rag up there, kind of catch it. And this is what I want to show you. This is why I'm replacing those fittings, because if you see right here, see this piece right here? That's part of the seal that's built into those fittings that's come out. So if I was to try to reuse that, it'd probably end up leaking on me later, if not sooner. And the other thing is, once you get these out, you want to be careful of these little plastic clips and try to save them if you can, because the new fittings for this end come with new plastic clips, and that's great. But the other end, where you're going to plug them into the rubber part of the new hoses, you don't have new clips. So either you've got to buy new clips, reuse the ones on that end, and hopefully they'll be fine and we can do that just like these were. Or if they break, then you'll want these for spares to put back on there. So we're going to let this drain for a little bit. I'm going to unscrew, pull those two fittings out, and put my new ones in, and then we'll head up to the front and work on the rubber ends of the lines. So we'll be back. So I've got the new fittings installed in the transmission. So one thing to remember when you change these fittings out, you'll see right here and right here, these have an O-ring seal where they screw into the transmission. So when you pull your old fittings out, you want to make sure that O-ring comes with them. And if it doesn't, you want to make sure you get it off of the transmission, and make sure your new fittings have the new O-ring on them. Otherwise, it's just like a spin-on oil filter. If you leave that O-ring up there and spin your new fitting on there, it's going to leak like it's nobody's business. And you'll need a 7/8 wrench or socket to get these off. I used a 7/8 deep well socket. When you tighten them down, it'll tighten down up against the block, and it'll have that O-ring in there. Once it's against the block, you don't need to put excessive torque on that and try to break it off. That O-ring is going to seal it up. So now that we've got that done, we can go up here and work on the other end of the lines. So the one problem that I think I'm going to have, let me grab the flashlight real quick and show you. Now the one line, I don't know why Chrysler did this, but you've got your transmission lines here, the top one and the bottom one. Now that top one, it goes down and goes across there, and it hooks to the rubber line underneath there, out in the open, real easy to get to. But for some reason that bottom line comes up here and it's down in there, and I'm not sure if you can see that down in there. Hopefully you can. But it is not going to be easy to get in there and squeeze those tabs. So I'm hopefully we can get it. we will see. So let me get ready to do that and I'll get back with you. Okay, so I've got the first line installed, and let me show you what I ended up having to do. I had to take this fan out so I had enough room to get down in here, because that, let me get the light. All right. You can see down there under that radiator hose is where the quick disconnect is, and I could not get that thing, I couldn't get anything down there to it with my hand to get it disconnected with that fan in the way. So I took the fan off, and I don't know why Chrysler did that, because you'll see the other line, it runs over to right here, and that's where the quick disconnect is on it. It was easy to get to. So I don't know why they did it that way. They could have made that hard line about 6 inches longer and brought it out to say right here, so would have been a whole lot easier, but they didn't. So we all have to run what we brung. But let me show you. So this is the old line here, and you can see how bad this hose is. But the way this quick disconnects work, so got this plastic piece that's in there, and that clips up on the line, and that's what keeps it in there. So there's a bunch of O-rings inside here, and the line sticks down in there, and then the end of the line has the ridge on it, like this one over here. Or well, look at this new one. See that ridge right there? That's what that plastic clip holds in so that it doesn't leak, and there'll be O-rings in that fitting around it. And I was worried earlier about saving the clips because the new lines didn't come with any. But then I got to looking at the new line, and they are the newer style retention. If you look down in there, you see these 4 tabs, metal tabs. They're kind of springy, and so when you push this up on that line under there, it's going to clip on, and then there's O-rings down in there that seal it. So you don't need the plastic piece for these fittings here. Now we'll still have the plastic piece on the other end where those new fittings are in the transmission. This is the radiator end, so it clips back up on there. But what you need to be aware of is once you switch to this kind, then to take them back off later, you're going to need one of these line disconnect tools, either one like this, or they also make a metal one that's in 2 halves, looks almost like a pair of pliers. They come in several varieties, but you'll need that in order to push up in there, and what it does is backs those clips out of the way so you can slip the line out of there. So just so you know that, so I'm going to get this other line on. Let's get down here to it. So we know that's going on back there, like that. And then this end of the line is going to come up to here. Now, you can see the end of the line right there and the ridge right there. That's what those metal clips in there are going to catch. So should be able to just take this, line it up, and slip it up on there, and I'll have to use both hands. Should be able to slip it up on there until you hear it click, and you'll know you're good. Yep, it's not all the way in there. There we go. Yep, clicked right in. So we're good there.
Now we just got to get the rest of the line run back where it's supposed to be. And then bolted down with everything else. Kind of like that. All right. I'll have to excuse the waving camera. Let me get set up here where I can show you all the new in there. Grab this camera off of here. Alright, let's go up under here. So you can see we got it kind of run where it's supposed to be. And there's the fitting where it needs to go. And so we're just going to plug that in there. And then we'll put all of our clamps back on. And we'll be done. Other than topping off the fluid. So I'll be right back. Alright, we got all the lines back on, everything buttoned back up. Went ahead and topped off the fluid with the same amount that we saw in the drain pan from the lines draining. I cranked it up, checked the oil in the transmission, did all that. Went ahead and checked for leaks. We don't have any, so now you can see we got two nice new transmission lines all the way back to the transmission, and everything is nice and dry and not leaking, just the way I want it. So hopefully this video will help y'all out. Thanks for watching. We appreciate it. And we'll see you in the next one. Y'all have a good one.